wasn't gonna do this, but here we are. So apparently in Kerr County, Texas, you can give minors alcohol, and until they do a thorough investigation, you can't be arrested. Also, you can pull minors' pants down, and they also won't arrest you until they do an investigation. Did Kerr County Sheriff's Department follow up with our child to see if she was okay? Absolutely the fuck not. Did they call us uneducated and tell us that getting an attorney was a waste of money and time? Facts. Did the captain of the Kerr County Sheriff's Department tell me that if I go public, I better be sharing facts? Did I lie though? Protect and serve. That's what you signed up for. Not what I signed up for, that's what you signed up for. That's the commitment you fucking made. So let's normalize not attacking the parents that tried to get the child out of the situation when you're not doing your job. Let's talk about Sir Captain from Kerr County. My husband told him, how would you feel if you were in this situation? And the man said, I would not be in this situation because I wouldn't be a part-time father. Oh, we're sorry that we didn't rip the child from the house that she's lived in her whole life, uprooted her, moved her to a completely different county, city, and started over her life. We're sorry that we did the best interest for the child, or so we fucking thought. Or how about sitting there and telling us that we're too emotional to speak to? Sir, of course we're fucking emotional! The fact that you aren't emotional is the problem. Then my husband proceeds to say, okay, well, if I go assault him, and the captain cut him off and was like, oh, you going to jail. But where's the investigation that you said you needed to put somebody in jail for assault? Ain't that some motherfucking double-edged sword shit? But we're not ready to talk about that, are we, Sir Captain of Kerr County? Huh. So we finally heard back about the investigation for our kid's case. He was, in fact, arrested finally. However, his bond was how much, Shane?
$6,000 total.
And how much was your bond when you became a convicted felon for the pots?
$50,000.
And how much did you have to pay to get out of the jails?
$5,000.
And how much did he have to pay on his $6,000 in bonds?
Probably $600.
Merca. Also, this was 3 acts, 3 on 3 different minors, just so we're clear. So I posted this lovely pic right here. Make sure you can see the name, county, all that. He assaulted 3 minors. One was one of our kids about 6 months ago. And, took this long, but he finally got arrested. My favorite part is where it doesn't say anything about it being with minors. Indecent assault times 3 is 3 kids. But my point in the whole thing is, like I said, my husband is a convicted felon for marriage whoosies. And this man assaulted 3 minors. My husband's bond was $50,000. He had to pay $5,000 to get out. This man's bond was 3 $2,000 bonds, so he had to pay $600 to get out of the jails. I'm just educating everyone on how our judicial system works. America. That's my husband's baby mama, and although I'm not her biggest fan, what we're not going to do is we're not going to badmouth and bash her on my page, for one. Because that is my bonus daughter's mother, and you will motherfucking respect it. Now for 2, I'm going to play a clip for you with your homeboy's voice, and you tell me how the hell he was set up to say what he says to a 13, 15, and 15-year-old.
Find a man who can eat your pussy.
So you tell me how a grown-ass motherfucking man has any business having this conversation with 3 teenage girls. Please explain that to me and explain how the motherfuck he was set up. We're not even going to address the beer that he provided that was clearly visible. The fact that there was Cash App receipts because the dumbass accepted payment from some teenagers via Cash App, leaving a paper trail. Keep defending motherfucking child groomers, though. Keep it up. So I love comments like this because the reality of them is you talk a big game, but when it comes to the in-person, let's be real. So this happened to one of our children, but we have 2 other children. So we're supposed to go to jail and stoop down to homeboy's level. And then what? My kids are supposed to fend for themselves. I think some people just like the illusion of coming across as big and bad, but sometimes the more mature route is the better route. Just saying. And I mean, I was one of those parents that's like, oh, if anybody ever touches my kid, But you can't be that way. Because if we go to jail, like I said, who's going to take care of my kids? However, if I see them on the street, I can't make no promises. So there's some things about this situation that, like, really broke my soul. The night that it happened, there was not an arrest made, even though there was an outcry from a 13-year-old, a 15-year-old, and another 15-year-old. The girls were visibly drunk. There was alcohol present in the home. There was Cash App receipts because he made these girls send him money to buy the alcohol. And then, of course, when the conversation became uncomfortable and the girls became uncomfortable, they began taking video proof of what this man was saying to them, of the alcohol present, everybody being visible in these videos. All of this was turned over to the sheriff's department. The captain of the sheriff's department of Kerr County, Texas, was the most disrespectful, vile human being I think I've talked to in a while. He treated my husband and I with such disrespect. He tried to say that my husband and I were too emotional to talk to. My husband was like, well, how would you feel if you were in this situation? This man had the nerve to tell Shane that he wouldn't be in this situation because he's not a part-time father. Me being today years old, realizing that my 2 children that live in our house, I guess, are just not real. He then proceeded to say that we were uneducated, that it wasn't our fault that we didn't know the law. He said, was it gross? Sure. But illegal? No. He tells us that an arrest cannot be made without an investigation. So Shane asked him, okay, well, if I go and beat him up, what's going to happen? Obviously, he was like, you're going to jail for assault. Shane was like, well, what about the investigation? This captain was like, that's a different type of assault. You're right. You're right. It is a different type of assault. One is assault on a minor from a grown-ass man, and the other one is a man beating a man's ass for fucking with his kid. It took them 6 months to finally file charges. You want to see what these charges are? Indecent assault. Does it say fucking shit about it being with a minor? I'll give it to them. At least they got purchased, furnished alcohol to a minor. At least we got that in there. But that's not even the worst part. This is the bond amounts. You can pause. You can look at it. This man was arrested and bonded out the same day. The same day. I've been arrested a couple of times. I want to know who here has ever bonded out on the same day. Aside from that, I know what happened. The sheriff's department tried to sweep it under the rug and act like it was no big deal. Busted newspaper Kerr, Texas, deleted the first post of his first mugshot saying that he was giving alcohol to minors. Can't find it on their page anymore. He paid to have the first mugshot removed off one of the internet sites, and so then they took it off their Facebook page. He worked for the city of Kerrville, and he's still listed as an employee on their website. Where's the accountability? So the kids called someone that called the police because they thought they would help. Aside from that, this man was a coach of a softball team. This man was a parent. This man was also a step parent. This man worked for the city of Kerrville. This man had access to other children. So as a parent myself, it would be not only irresponsible, but neglectful and a disservice to other people's children not to use my voice and platform to make it known that this man is a predator. This man is a predator. This man is a predator. The worst kind, because he doesn't think he did anything wrong. Trying to say that his ex-wife set him up. Sir, come on. You can watch the clip on my page.
Find a man who can eat your pussy.
Who says that to teenage girls? Who says that? Nobody. Literally nobody. That alone, you are a predator. I thought the police would help. I didn't never say the police were going to help. What I said was they didn't help. So I got this comment, and I just feel like we need to talk about it. This girl was like, how are you always in such a good mood? Everything's always so great. You're always so positive. Apparently, your girl has fucked up. I have fucked up because I'm having mental breakdowns at least once or twice a day. I just do them in the bathroom alone. I don't bring you guys with me. Because I don't want you to see me like that. It ain't cute. I don't have that cute cry, a little tear glistening down my cheek for dramatic effect. That's not how it looks. It's like the snot, the spit, the whole 9 yards of snot. But I'm fucking
fucking crazy just like you. We all have bad days. We all have bad days. We all cry in the bathroom. We all eat our fucking feelings. We all have bad days.